Hi guys, I'm going to go ahead and read the text aloud to you. Before we do that though, I'm going to go ahead and preview the questions. You guys should have already written pose on the top of your paper. So I'm going to go through the questions really quick. Number 1, why does King Midas call his daughter a treasure? A, she is a lovely, kind person. B, she has a great deal of money. C, she wants his gold for herself. D, she collects expensive things. Number 2, part A. In paragraphs 4 and 5, what type of figurative language shows the king's greed? Is it A, an adage, B, an idiom, C, a metaphor, or D, a simile? Part B, which excerpt from paragraphs 4 and 5 supports the answer in part A? A, the gleam in his eye. B, like the glow of gold. C, you are rich, but I think you are not happy. Or D, if you could make any wish, what would it be? Number 3, when Midas decides to accept the stranger's offer, he says, "Nothing ventured, nothing gained." What does this adage mean? A, taking risk is dangerous. B, working hard is worth the effort. C, working hard can lead to success. Or D, getting what you want means taking risk. Number 4, read this sentence from paragraph 11. But then the king discovered he had opened a Pandora's box of horrors. In another Greek myth, the gods give Pandora a box, warning her not to open it. She opens it anyway, only to find that the box was filled with the world's troubles, which have now escaped into the world. How does this information help you understand the allusion in paragraph 11? Number 5, read this proverb from King Midas and the Golden Touch. So this is in both texts. Be careful what you wish for. Explain how the experiences of Pa in finding gold and King Midas and the Golden Touch demonstrate the meaning of this proverb. Okay, let's go ahead and read the text. We're back on page 58. There once lived a king named Midas who owned a castle full of gold. Midas loved to spend his days counting his gold, but he loved his daughter even more. Whenever she asked him to walk with her in the garden, he would set aside his piles of riches. King Midas knew his daughter was a treasure because she was lovely and kind and had a lively sense of humor. His only wish was to provide for her future, and that meant he had to get even more gold. All the gold was for her, he told himself, not to satisfy his own greed. One evening, a stranger appeared at the castle and insisted on seeing the king. The stranger apologized for disturbing the king, explaining that he had an important question. King Midas noticed the stranger's confidence and the gleam in his eye, like the glow of gold. "What do you want?" asked the king. The man said, "Sir, you are rich, but I think you are not happy. If you could make any wish, what would it be?" King Midas glanced at his small piles of gold and answered, "I wish that everything I touched would turn to gold." The stranger's eyes lit up. "Ah, the Golden Touch," he said. "It will certainly increase your riches. Will it bring you happiness? Be careful what you wish for." King Midas thought the question was odd. Such a power would make him the richest man in the world, and that would surely bring happiness. Besides, what did he have to lose? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, he said to himself. The stranger bowed and said, "Your wish is granted, my lord. In 12 hours you will have the Golden Touch." The king dismissed him, already thinking about the many things he would turn into gold. The king awoke the next morning with great anticipation and pushed back his blanket, which to his amazement turned into cloth of gold. The king happily ran around the room, transforming his washbowl, bedpost, and pillows. At breakfast, the chair King Midas touched turned automatically into gold, as did his napkin and fork. But then the king discovered he had opened a Pandora's box of horrors. As he touched his food and drink, it too turned into gold. He could not eat. Then his daughter came into the room. As she threw her arms around her father, she turned into a statue of gold. Midas brushed away his tears, and they were too transformed into droplets of gold. He ordered his soldier to bring the stranger to him immediately. When the stranger arrived, he said to the king, "You look unhappy." The king fell to his knees and sobbed, "Please take back the Golden Touch. I have been a fool. I would sacrifice all my gold to bring my daughter back." The stranger was satisfied that the king had learned an important lesson. He ordered the king to jump into a nearby river to wash away his Golden Touch and to sprinkle some river water over his daughter to return her to life. King Midas ran to the river, erased the Golden Touch, and restored his daughter to life. From then on, he spent his days walking into the garden with her and only rarely counted his small piles of gold.